Hello, Entrefluencers. Welcome to the Launching Your Online course for coaches and entrepreneurs. We are diving into Module 2 here for this session, for this course, Launching Your Online Coaching course. And in Module 2, so last week, on the first session, Module 1, we were talking about how to use ChatGPT and Answer the Public to create, and doing some Google research to create your email list building course, which is what our topic is. This is all about how to create a course in a day. And so we started off with an overview of how to do brainstorming in order to come up with some ideas. And I have a stack of different topics that you can use for content creation, topics that you can use for creating online courses. And you can see through this list what'll resonate with you. I'll put this on my the Entrefluencer.club blog, so you can go through that later on. But today, what we're going to do is we're heading into Module 2, where we're going to talk about using a personality archetype in order to put your brand, right? We're talking about branding today, to put your brand into the content that you're going to create for your first online course. So with that said, let me go ahead and pull up the screen, the presentation screen here, so that you guys can see what I'm talking about here for the slides. Okay. All right, so Module 2, brand personality. We're going to go through the slides, and then we're going to actually do the practical hands-on of creating some slides for your videos. All right, so branding, so we start off with the title of the module, which is Module 2. We're talking about branding. I like to put a quote and then a statistic, and then we get into the content. So this quote says, branding is the art of shaping perception, the science of creating connection, and the heart of building trust. All right, here's our statistic for branding. According to a survey conducted by Clutch, 75% of consumers report that they have made purchases solely based on a brand's reputation, highlighting the significant impact of branding on consumer behavior for small business. Basically, branding does this. It gets people to know you, like you, and trust you. And when you have know, like, and trust, they'll want to do business with you. All right, step 1. So there's a few steps in this process. Step 1 is define your brand theme, and you can use Canva to find that brand theme to plug it in for your presentation slides. There's 2 things that you're going to create. You're going to create, if you want to, it's up to you, but I recommend that you create, number 1, a slide deck for your presentation that you can have your clients upload, just like I've done for you guys and gals. I've created a slide deck. This is 106 slides using Canva. And the second thing that I want you to do is to create some images that you're going to use as what do they call them? Placards or course titles, right? That you're going to put inside of your videos that are markers to show you what section's coming next. What's the topic that you're going to cover next? So 2 things, a presentation slide deck, and then number 2, the images that you're going to use inside of your videos. Okay, so define your online coaching brand theme using Canva involves, defining your online coaching brand theme using Canva involves several steps to ensure cohesiveness. All right, when you have a theme, when you stick to your persona, your style, you're doing 2 things. Number 1, you're creating cohesiveness. That means anytime somebody comes across your content, they're going to say that same style over and over again. And if they are in that same style bucket, then they're going to resonate with you. So you want cohesiveness. You want to always, if you put on too many different costumes, if you will, then you're not going to draw resonance with the people that are most like you. So again, I think I've said this in the first episode, and I say this often through our podcast at the Entrefluential Life. You know, you have to, the best person that you should be marketing to when you're starting out is a younger version of yourself. And so having cohesiveness with sticking with that same style, you're going to get those people that are most like you, your younger version of yourself, to come on board. But you'll also get people who are older than you that you remind them of themselves. And so they'll come on board as well. So you're trying to find your tribe, and that's a great way to do it. So You want to ensure cohesiveness. You want consistency across your visual elements. We're talking about branding, and branding is visualization, visual elements, what they see. And then, so you want to begin identifying your key elements of your brand, and I'm going to help you do that today. And you want to include your target audience when you're thinking about your brand. So really, if you can identify yourself, you can identify your target audience. And then you can also go deeper in your brand development by thinking about your values. If you can speak to your values, then you can speak to people who have the same values as you. So it's important to get clear on what your values are. And then you want to create your unique selling proposition, your USP, which essentially sounds kind of complicated, but it really isn't. It's just what makes you different. If there's 3 other people, like I work in real estate. So if I have 3 other real estate agents in my farm area that's going after the same buyers and sellers for that farm area, what makes me different than those other 3 people? For one thing, I could say easily, I have a law degree and a master's degree. That's a business degree. I have a law degree and a business degree. If I compare myself, when I started real estate, when I got into real estate, when I was 19 years old, I said, what am I going to do to differentiate myself from all these other realtors in Miami? And I said, well, I'm going to go get a law degree, and that'll differentiate myself, because I saw other realtors that had law degrees, a couple of them. And I was like, wow, those people are like the top of the top. I mean, they know contracts better than anybody because they went to law school. So I put it in my mind, I want to do that too. So yeah, that's, if I wanted to differentiate myself in one way, that would be one way to do it. So think about how you can differentiate yourself. Maybe you're like the realtor who plays guitar, or the realtor who plays piano, or the realtor who plays violin, or the realtor who plays a good saxophone or a trumpet. Whatever that unique thing is about you, incorporate that, your personality, into your marketing, and that will help you stand out among the crowd. And you're going to resonate with people who like the trumpet or the clarinet or whatever it is, the flute, whatever it is that your instrument is. It's a cool way for them to get to know you, like you, and trust you, and have that common thing, that common theme that they connect with. Okay, so here are, I want you, now let me tell you this, because I was thinking about this before I started creating this content, before I hit the record button. I was thinking, I can't wait to share with you guys and gals the 11 brand archetypes that I've been researching myself, and I've got a lot of content on here, but I'm only going to share with you just the overarching theme of these 11 archetypes. Now, there's more out there, but these are the top 11 that I came across in my research. And so you can connect yourself into one of these archetypes and make this your brand style to begin with. For beginner marketers, figure out which one of these, or 1 or 2, most sound like you, and make your marketing all about using that brand style. Later on, when you get to more advanced level marketing, what you really want to do is you want to create content pieces, and you have to have a lot of bandwidth to be able to do that. And when I say bandwidth, I mean resources, like people resources, human resources that can help you facilitate this, because this takes a lot of work. It's not easy to come up with content to reach all 11 of these brand archetypes. And here's an epiphany that I had one day. I used to work doing Uber, and when I was driving a passenger who was telling me about a condo conversion that they did in Fort Lauderdale, I was blown away, and I had an epiphany when he told me, when I was asking him about how he was marketing those condos, he told me that they had 20 different websites targeting 20 different personality types to sell that one building, with their 5 or 6 different models that they had, if you will. If you imagine, they probably have about 5 or 6 different models that you could buy in the condo development, right? They call them the lines. So I was blown away. I had an epiphany, because I thought, wow, they're reaching out to 20 different character types, 20 archetypes in their marketing. That's fascinating. I mean, you have to have a big team to do that. And same here for your business. To start off, you want to start with 1 or 2 of these and make that your main brand, your main theme. But eventually, as you grow, here is a target for you to create 11 brand messages, because what you want is a message to market match. You want to create 11 messages for 11 different archetypes, so that you can reach everybody with whatever it is your products or service are intended for. If all 11 of these people can use your product or your service, then you can package that product or service in this style that will resonate with these people. Again, that's like level 2 or level 3 down the road. Right now, we're just starting off at the very beginning. If you don't have a clear and consistent brand yet, this will help you establish that. So now let's look at I think visualizations really help you out a little bit. We're gonna have a little description and some visuals to break down all 11 of these archetypes, right, for your brand. Okay, so number 1, we have the Bohemian. The Bohemian is embracing free-spirited vibes. The Bohemian seeks unique, eclectic styles driven by a love for art, culture, and self-expression. Number 2, we have the Bombshell. The Bombshell is confident and glamorous. The Bombshell exudes allure and sophistication, drawn to bold and vibrant fashion choices that make a statement. Now we have the Eclectic, a fusion of various styles. The Eclectic is adventurous, blending different trends and embracing diversity to create a personalized and captivating look. Edgy, unapologetically bold, the edgy persona gravitates toward unconventional styles, embracing dark hues, leather, and unconventional accessories for a distinctive and rebellious appearance. Elegant. This is my style, elegant. Timeless and refined, the elegant persona appreciates classic, sophisticated fashion, opting for understated luxury and impeccable tailoring that exudes grace and charm. Feminine. Embracing softness and grace, the feminine persona prefers delicate fabrics, pastel hues, and romantic silhouettes, creating an aura of timeless elegance. I see here that my aura, I put an O instead of an A, so I apologize for that. Masculine. This would be my son's character type, one of his 2. Confident and strong, the masculine avatar embraces tailored suits, structured lines, and classic menswear-inspired pieces, projecting a powerful and polished image. Minimalist. Focused on simplicity and functionality, the minimalist values clean lines, neutral colors, and timeless pieces, aimed for a clutter-free and effortless, stylish appearance. This will be my second, my lower brand personality. Natural. Grounded and earthy, the natural opts for organic fabrics, relaxed fits, and neutral tones, embodying a laid-back style that connects with nature. I kind of like this one too. Sporty. This is my son's second style. Dynamic and active, the sporty persona embraces athleisure and performance wear, prioritizing comfort without compromising on style for an effortlessly cool look. Then we have the Wanderer. Adventurous and free-spirited, the Wanderer chooses comfortable, versatile pieces suitable for exploration, blending boho and casual elements for an on-the-go lifestyle. All right, so with that foundation in mind, we're going to navigate to Canva's design platform, and we're going to select a template, or we're going to create custom designs that reflect the brand personality and messaging that we want to convey that most resonates with us and will most resonate with our audience. You're going to choose a color palette that resonates with your brand's identity, considering the psychological associations and emotions evoked by each color. All right, so let me go back a second. Okay, so you're going to pick the style that you want. Let me open up my notepad here. Come back to this in a minute. Notes for module 2. I'll share share my screen with you guys in a minute after I finish this one. So you're gonna select your template. Okay. You're gonna choose your color palette. Based on your avatar. Okay. You're going to select fonts that align with your brand's tone and style. Okay. Incorporate your brand's logo. So you want to put your logo for your business and other visual assets to reinforce brand recognition and recall. Additionally, create branded templates for social media posts. Okay, so then you're going to stick, basically we're saying you're going to stick to the same brand style for, like, if you create Instagram posts, if you create Instagram stories, Facebook, same thing. And then also for your YouTube channel, or like if you want to put, which would be a thumbnail if you're creating a video for YouTube, or Pinterest, right? So like if you're driving traffic from Pinterest over to your website, to your blog, you want to use the same style inside of your pins if you're trying to convey that same message across to the same audience that you're targeting, right? So think about that when you're creating those additional assets, marketing assets. By leveraging Canva's intuitive design tools, see Canva's, this is why I love Canva so much, because all of those pictures that you saw I got from Canva that for this PowerPoint. I say PowerPoint, but it's a Canva presentation. My apologies. Just used to using PowerPoint for so many years. It's funny because like we say, oh, Google that. It's like you're going to go research it, even though you might even not even be using Google. We just use as a verb, an action word. Like, hey, go do that, right? Small businesses can define and express their brand theme effectively, establishing a memorable and cohesive brand presence, like we said before. All right, step 2 is going to be create your transition slides for your topic. So let me put that on here. Right. And I'll show you how to do that with the phone. Okay. All right. Okay, creating transition slides for an online coaching course is an effective way to guide learners through the flow of topics and enhance the overall learning experience. Basically, when you look at your outline, you're going to say, okay, lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4. Then you're going to have 4 slides, right? The first slide is going to introduce your audience to lesson 1. The second slide to lesson 2. The third slide for lesson 3. The fourth slide for lesson 4. You could throw an introduction slide and a conclusion slide. I've done that in the past. We'll look at that as well. Start by determining the key themes or sections of your course content. We just talked about that. Each transition slide should introduce the upcoming topic, introduction, module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4, conclusion, so that you can bridge the gap from one piece to the next one. Consider incorporating visual elements such as icons, images, or graphics that represent the subject matter to grab the learner's attention and reinforce the theme. So if you want, like, let's say you're going to say, okay, let me go to my slide here. Module 1 for this one is going to be Introduction to Email Marketing. So the way that I could convey that for a slide is to grab their subject matter attention. I could use an email, right? A picture of an email or a picture of a computer screen so that people can understand, okay, we're going to be talking about email in this module. Additionally, use concise and engaging language to briefly preview what will be covered. So short and sweet. When you're thinking about your transition slides, you want to keep it so I have a lot of text on this screen. You don't want to do that on your transition slides for your videos. You want to keep it very simple. Module 1, email marketing. That simple. Okay. Transition slides, again, they serve as a signpost. They're letting people know, because we love chronological order. We love order in general. And so the transition slides will help you move. Your audience is moving in their mind. They're checking off the topics that we're covering. Introduction, module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4, conclusion. And so what happens is in the mind, you have, number 1, you have flow. You understand where you're going, right? I know where I'm going. And then when you get there, you're like, okay, I reached my destination. And so you have closure, right? Because you're opening a loop in the mind when you start this project, this video, when the audience is watching your video, your course, and you need to take them from A to Z. They want closure. And so the transition slides will help guide them and make them feel comfortable in that process and show that they can wrap it up and conclude at the very end which makes them feel good about the learning experience. So creating visually appealing and informative transition slides. Visually appealing, like if you put the picture of the email, picture of a person, people can connect to it. They can relate to it a lot better. So when we're educating people in our courses, but we're also entertaining them. So the more visually appealing your slides are, the more entertaining it is. So you can have a black slide like I'm using right now, just a black board base with the white text on it. It's this is just boom, matter of fact, right there in your face. It's old school, reminds you of the old chalkboards with a white chalk on the board. But you can change out this transition slide and you can have a pretty picture. Like if I'm talking about vacations, I might have a picture of the beach in Florida and, you know, maybe a lifeguard stand or something like that, or a surfer carrying a surfboard, walking on the beach. Things like that are very appealing based on the topic that you're going to be covering. Think about those things and you can incorporate those images. And think about this, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So you can convey a whole big message instantly with a picture into the mind of your viewer. So that is more entertaining and more informative. You can use that when appropriate. Okay, again, it's all about making the journey of learning smooth and fun and engaging for them. Now, this third step is to save the images to your computer. All right, so you can use Canva to look for those images. You're going to save images to your. So I'm going to use my phone. So I'm going to put computer or cell phone because I love creating content with my cell phone. It's so much easier. Okay, and then the next one. Okay, begin by browsing Canva's extensive collection of images, which includes illustrations, photographs, icons, graphics. Find the picture that is going to work for you and put it on your transition slide. And then you can adjust it and modify it, make it look good, make it fit to your brand, and then save it to your phone. Okay. After you've downloaded it to your, okay, well, I'm just giving instructions on how to download it on your, by clicking on the top right corner of Canva. Then we'll go through that in a little bit. And then you can save it as a JPEG or a PNG. I prefer PNG myself. I think it has the best resolution. And then boom, step 4 will be upload the image to the computer, right? Upload image to computer, cell phone. Okay. All right. By incorporating professionally designed images from Canva into your presentation slides, online coaches can effectively enhance visual appeal, convey complex concepts more easily, and captivate the audience with these pretty pictures that speak volumes, like a picture's worth 1,000 words. And then, so for video editing, I recommend, if you're going to use your phone for video editing, then I recommend you use either InShot or WeVideo. And because they're very easy to use. And then for your video recording, I recommend that you use Big View. So I have, well, I'll maximize my screen so you can see that in a minute when we get to that. Okay, that ends the lecture portion of this. Let me go ahead and close this out. All right, so here are our notes. Let me shift over to this screen. Welcome back. Hey, guys. All right, let me go ahead and share this screen here. All right, so here's our notes for Module 2. Make that bigger. All right, so we talked about selecting a Canva template with the color palette based on the avatar. We looked at, in the presentation slides, we looked at the different personality types, the archetypes, 11 of them. And I'm going to pull that list up just so you can choose which one you want to go with, which one resonated with you the best. So you can choose between these here: Bohemian, Bombshell, Eclectic, Elegant, Feminine. Paste that here. let's put some bullets. Whoa, that did not work well. Let's go back. Sorry, guys. Thought I grabbed it. Control C, Control V. Nope, not liking that. Okay, well, so then what we'll do is we'll just toggle back and forth. So you choose your 11 archetypes. Choose your one archetype that most resonates to you. And so I actually have the list right here, so I'll just copy it from here. So we have Bohemian, Bombshell, Eclectic, Edgy, Elegant, Feminine, Masculine, Minimalist, Natural, Sporty, Wanderer. That's it. Okay. So that was step one. And then we come over here. Step two, select your fonts and brand tone style. So mine is elegant. So for my slides, you can see for the elegant brand style, let's go over here. So timeless, refined, elegant personality, appreciates classic, sophisticated fashion, opting for understated luxury and impeccable tailoring that exudes grace and charm. So that's my personal style, elegant. And so like I love my colors. I love black and white, and I like gray. So like that, those are basically the themes that I'm using. Okay, number 3, add logo. Number 4, create transition slides for your phone. Number 5, save the videos, save the images, and then upload them to your phone. Okay, so now if I'm in Canva, I'm going to go ahead and come back over here to the main screen here. Okay, so the lighting is kind of bad here. Well, let me just, it's probably better if I just show it to you on the screen here anyway. So let me pull this back up. Okay, so on Canva, these are the slides that I created. If you look at the whole slide deck, let me zoom out. You can see my colors and my letters. I chose the fonts and the color schemes all for elegant style, which I just looked up a template. You can go to design and you can find a template that matches your style, and then you can modify it. So I started off with, with the template, and then I started adding my own elements to it, on my own pictures, and modifying it, adding new slides to it. But it started off with just a basic template, right? And you can do the same thing too. So I'm going to go over here to Canva. See, this is the slide deck. Right now it was 106 before I started recording this, and now it's 120 because I added the Bohemian, all of those 11 archetypes, right? But this is the slide deck that I chose. And if you go to home, you can pick a presentation slide deck just by doing a search up in the top, right? It says here presentations. And so you can create your presentation slide deck using 16 by 9 or 4 by 3. So let's say like I go here, create blank 16 by 9. And then now you can go to up here, you're going to have a menu option. Sorry, my computer's a little bit slow, but we'll get there. It's going to give you element style, right? So right here, your templates, you can type in what style you're looking for. All right, so let's just say here life coaching. See what comes up. So these are going to come up with some presentations. See, this is the one that I started with right here. I like this. But let's see, you want something a little bit more colorful, that fits with your style. Look at this right here. This one, I don't know what would you say this personality type is among the ones that we saw? Is she elegant? Is she bohemian? She's got some flowers in her hands, but she's wearing white. Anyway, so let's just come and pick that one. And you see here it has all of these pre-created designs. And so like if you go with that, you can apply all 10. You can just pick and choose which ones you want, and then you can add extras. And it shows you what the colors that they're using here and the font types for this style. And if you don't like it, go back and change it to something else. But I like this. She's I don't know what her style is. What would you guys say her style is? I want to know. Give me some comments on that. Hard to pick. Okay, look at these colors here. Natural. Okay, that looks kind of sporty. Fitness. Got a little bit of different styles blended in together. The flowers, kind of bohemian, natural, I would say a little bit. Anyways, so you can pick a template. I love Canva because you can pick a template that you like, that resonates with you, and then you just personalize it for your online course. Then you can turn this into a PDF, so it's a workbook for your clients to look at. And then now let's go back home for a second here, because now I want to go to the next step, which if we look at our list over here, the next thing is to select fonts. Okay, well, that's already included. If we go with the template, you can, let's say if you chose the one, like one of these here that I'm using. Let's go in a little bit closer. If I want to use the same font as this one right here, right? I want to look and see what it is. It's this Kudrya Yashev, right? I want to remember that so that I can use it for this one right here, Kudryashev display. I could use that for the pictures that I want to create for, go back over here, that I'm going to upload for my slides, okay? Because that's the next step. We want to create, we want to add our logo, and we want to create the presentation using the same font for our video course. So go back over to our home. Now, what I recommend that you do for your videos, when you're creating your videos, like let's say you're going to use Big View, when you're creating your videos, I recommend that you go and create a Facebook pin, okay, Facebook post. Okay, so I'm going to go here, create Facebook post. It can be Instagram also. So you can find the templates that you want to use. And this is going to be for your topics, okay? For your slides, your transition slides. Okay, so we're going to stay with the same theme, and we're going to go back up here and we're going to look at our topics. So last week we created these topics here for mastering. So our course title, Mastering Email Marketing for Small Business Owners and Startups. I'm going to copy that and come back over to Canva. Okay. And I'm going to put elegant. Let me see what comes up with elegant. And you have all these different slides. Beautiful. Lots of good options. Okay, I'm going to go with this one because it kind of stays with my same theme. All right. Email list building. And here, Control V. Mastering email marketing for small business owners and startups. That's the topic. And then we're going to put by, and then you will put you can put your Instagram handle, right, at the Entrefluential Life. Okay. See how easy this is, guys and gals? Okay. And so then I'm going to go over here and say, okay, week 1. So I'm going to copy that. This could be the next one. And I can add a page, right? And I like these fonts. I'm just going to stay with what is on here. If I wanted to keep the same consistency from my slide deck, I could go look for that other font type. Like if I just click over here, it probably will have it immediately available from what I was just recently using. So like these are my common fonts, Marcellus, and I love using Architect's Daughter, which is how I usually type the Entrefluential Life. This right here. But it didn't pull up the other one that I wanted to use, which if I would have copied it down, written it down, I could easily go back to that. Okay. And then let me go here real quick and turn off the caps. There we go. Okay, maybe make it a little bit bigger because it's a little hard to read. Entrefluential Life. Bingo. Okay. Then I go to my next slide deck. Maybe this is a little small for you guys. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here, right? And then if I want to add some pictures, it's got pictures here. I can change the theme if I want to. I can go to elements and look for images that I want to add into the transition slides. So for instance, if I wanted to put a picture of email, let's type in email, right? I could use graphics or I could use photos. I like this one, right? And so I just drop it in. And if you want to cover the whole page with it, you could, right? So the whole image is there in the box, and then you can type in your title, right? So I go here to text, have my title. There it is. And hit Control V. It pasted it from my Google Docs sheet. And instead of calling it week 1, because we're creating a video here, module 1. And I could put that down like this. Maybe put that down too. This is all not standard. This is all subjective, however you want your picture to display. I think the picture is too strong. You come over here to transparency, and you can bring that down so that your text is more visual, it stands out more. And if you wanted to, you could make it change the color. So make it white. Maybe make this a little bit more faded so that it stands out a little bit more. Okay. So without getting too crazy with all of the design features that you can do, I mean, there's so many different types of text and things that you can do to make it pop. For instance, if you wanted to give it some effects, you can make it, you can do a lift here. You can make it neon, glitch it. There's like a whole bunch of different things you can do to make it fancy, okay? But just for our purposes here, just to get through it, just do it, keep it simple. So that's module 1. Like I said, you can incorporate graphics, images to make it look pretty and to convey a message to your people, to your audience. Okay, now let's do our second topic, which will be module 2, will be building your email list. Go back over here and hit text, title, Control V, change this week to module, enter, module 2, building your email list. Maybe I put an element, maybe I put a picture in here and put email list. Let's see what comes up. Graphics. Let's look at graphics this time. Oh, I like this. This is cool. Bingo. So we could do this, bring it down, pull this header up. And now we have our second slide, module 2, building your email list. I like that. That looks pretty cool. Again, I'm just creating this stuff on the fly because it's so simple. Like, you really don't have to make it complicated. The simpler is better. Okay. Let's go to our next topic here, week 3. Control C. All right, add a page and add our text, title, Control V, change that to module 3, enter. Crafting email, engaging email campaigns, let's drop that down. Module 3. Okay, let's leave this one black and white, and then add another page. Go back over here. Week 4. Okay. Control C. Title. Control V. Change this to module. Okay. Maximizing engagement and conversion, like that. All right. And let's put computer and see what pops up here. Maybe we want to use, oops, go to elements, type computer, right? Maybe we want to get somebody who's opening up their computer. Let's go to photos. Right, here we go. This picture looks great. All right, we'll drop that in. And maybe we can, here's another effect that you can do. I like this. You can put a background, right? So that the text pops. Okay. All right. It's easier for them to read it. Maybe if you want, you can change it to like a left or a right, whatever you want to do. Okay. Okay. All right. Shrink it down if you want. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then we have our next bonus is additional resources, kind of like a bonus there. And let's drop this computer on there. And then let's put in some text. Boom. And just having a little fun here, guys. And we'll change that. Yeah, now that's way too big, so we need to shrink that down. Make it a little bit wider. Okay, pull it back down. Oops. Grab that. Pull it back down. Additional resources. Make sure that's centered. Okay, that's cool. And then a new slide, and then on this one, go back up to the regular text, title, conclusion. Okay, maybe in the very beginning we need to put a new slide. Oh, that's our heading. Okay, that's good. Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, Module 4, and then additional resources and conclusion, right? Maybe we make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so we're almost done, ladies and gentlemen. So we've created our slides. Now the thing that we want to do is we want to download these slides to our computer, and then we're going to upload them into our video editor, right? That's our next step, is to upload them into our video editor. As we go back over here, it says save images to your computer and then upload them. And that's all we're going to do for today. And we'll come back in for part module 3. We'll take it to the next step. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to say share. I'm going to go to download all 7 images, PNG format, all that's good. And then I just click download. Okay, it's saving it to my downloads on my computer. Then what I can do next is I can take these photos, I can upload them onto the editor program that I'm going to use. I can use InShot, I can use WeVideo. I like to do InShot mostly nowadays, but I love WeVideo as well. You can choose whatever editing platform you want to use for your video content. So what I do is I shoot my videos with Big View. Let me come back over here. Okay, so what I do is I shoot my videos with Big View. And we're going to get to that on in the next upcoming videos. We're going to finish building out our scripts. Then if you go to Big View, it's loading. You can copy and paste your scripts from your Google Doc, from your from ChatGPT, and you upload it here. And what I like to do is I like to create multiple different videos for each module. So as you can see on here, let me see if I can turn it in a little bit. All of these are video shots for something that I was recording. And I'll read it out to you. It says YTS, oops, YTS 5, managing money, successful business, marketing, blah, 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 spirituality, home decorating, da, da, da. So all of these different topics are here. And as you open it up, there's a little button here for on Big View. It says script. You basically copy and paste your script in there, and then you hit the record button. And so it opens up a teleprompter. So once you hit the record button, it starts going through the script and you read it and you record yourself reading the script. So it's shooting you on camera. Is a very easy way to record your video. And then when you're done, you can save it. See, now it's counting down. It's about to start recording. It'll go through the script. You read it. You're done. You hit stop. Super awesome. I love Big View. And then when you're done, you can save it, right? It says here, share. You know, if you have, you can add captions at the very bottom, which is very cool. And then you click share, download file. And then basically you can save it to your phone. And then when you're done, you go to your phone photo section and it'll have the video, right? And so there's the video that you recorded. You can do color grading. I click on edit on the top right corner. And then down on the bottom, you can choose this option right here, this little circle, and you can color grade. So mine is I always go with Vivid Cool. And again, talking about themes or style, having the same frequency of style, I like to stick with Vivid Cool so that it's consistent across the board on my videos. I click done. So now I just color graded in an instant. I love iPhones because of this amazing technology. I'm sure that Samsung and these other phones have the same capabilities as well. Now you can click upload, and you can either upload it to, if you wanted to, you could upload it to YouTube right there. But I want to edit it first. So like I will close that out, and I will go into my InShot, which this phone doesn't have the InShot. I have it on the phone that I'm recording this video with right now. I will open up InShot, and then I will upload the photos that I just created on Canva, right, which you saw me create. I'll save those into InShot, and I'll upload each video. I shoot each video separately so that there's module 1, module 2, module 3, introduction, conclusion, and then I piece them all together. Then if you have an intro and an outro, which I do, you can add those, you can upload those from your saved photo drive, video drive, into the InShot so that you can have your intro and your conclusion. And then when you're done, you finalize it, save it. You can add captions if you want using InShot or WeVideo. So you can, just like you see my name, John W. Tanner, you can put your name on there as well, the topics or whatever you want to put on there. And then that's it. You upload it and you save it and you're done. We'll go through that in an upcoming video because I want to use my other phone, my iPhone 13, to do that. So that concludes module 2. I hope you guys enjoyed all of this new content about branding. And I realized that the PowerPoint slides or the slide deck that I created didn't have those 11 archetypes. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to my platform here. So if anybody, whoever purchases this will already have that on the platform. It'll be instantly downloadable for you guys. And I'll also make a blog post at johnwtanner.com with these 11 archetypes and also the topics for the online courses. So thank you for joining me. I hope you got value out of this lesson, and I look forward to seeing you next week for module 3. Take care and go out there and amplify your message.